Okay guys, so I happened to just come across my video being placed on a Mercedes forum when I was looking for something, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of update this video since this was one of the first videos I've done. This is a W204 with the M271 motor, aka a 2013 C250, and the turbo oil line is leaking. So one of the things I saw was people having issues removing the heat shield to access this area. So pretty much you're gonna need to remove some E10s. There'll be on the heat shield here 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. So once you get, actually 5, there's one more at the bottom, sorry about that. And you can kind of see it right there. That's that bottom one right there next to the exhaust manifold. So once you do that, you still kind of can't get the heat shield off. So with the T25, you're going to remove this here for the dipstick tube, and then with the E10, there's 2 of them, one here and one down there at the bottom next to that other bolt. What that does is gives you room to do this, and once you do that, you can manipulate your heat shield off. So I actually just shoved this back in just to show y'all how to remove it. You can see where my bolts would line up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that 5th one down below that I showed y'all earlier. So if you're just to like leave this all attached, you would get stuck. So pretty much just bring it back a little, push it forward. You can see right there, this is the ears down, let it get there, and just kind of work it out. And that's it, that's how you remove it. So sorry I didn't show you in the beginning. That was one of my first videos, still working on how to do everything like this. So nice little update for y'all. Also, I noticed that I said these 2 bolts on the dipstick are E10s. Those are actually E8s. The heat shield is the E10, but for that dipstick, you're gonna need a E8 and a T25 up top. So this is held in by E10, which you can kind of see the bottom of it, like right there. So pretty much with extension, I'm just gonna come in here and feed it onto that E10 back there. So as you see here, work right here for that. But before I get to that, we're gonna move this bracket here for the E10 with an E10 here that holds this line. And then I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get this heat shield out the way, because there's a banjo bolt that this goes to, number 13. We're also gonna replace the 2 washers on it as well. So let me see if this can kind of get pushed to the side so I can access my socket right there, number 13. So once I remove that E10, I was able to just kind of swing this heat shield out the way. It gives me all that access to this banjo bolt here, and as well as took the one that holds this bracket in place. So now with my extension E10, I'm gonna go take off that bolt over there that goes to the head, and then I'm gonna use my number 13 to remove this as well. So E10 with my extension, instead of, I got lazy, I just put 2 of them together instead of going to get my long one. But I'm gonna work from here all the way into there, remove that E10, and then from there I already have this loose here. I already broke this bolt, the banjo bolt free. I can just go ahead and remove this whole thing and replace the O-ring and the 2 washers on it. Also, let me add, if you have trouble seeing that bolt down there, you can also come right here and see it as well. I just keep working from that way because I'm looking this direction, like at this angle, but you can pretty much see it right there too. Now after I remove that banjo bolt, or remove that E10, all I do is just, or kind of wiggle a little bit. I don't want to, you know, pretty much do any damage, but there you go. We're gonna pull that O-ring off, replace that, as well as the 2 crush washers in between this line here that the banjo bolt, I have both of them just placed on here, but one will be on top, one will be at bottom, banjo bolt goes through. So let's go ahead and replace these and get that reinstalled. Okay guys, so new O-ring placed on there. Just gonna put some oil on there so it goes in easily. You can see the old one here is pretty much dead right when I grabbed it. Pretty much broke apart. It's nice, it's all hard. There we go. Broke apart. One issue I'm having is the part I got for the banjo bolt was a M13. This is an M10, so keep that in mind when you do this. This should be an M10 crush washer, as is an M10. All right guys, so we'll replace the O-ring like so, put a little fresh oil on there, and then we're just gonna look right here, make sure it lines all up, and just kind of wiggle it in, and then bolt everything down. So I left that bolt loose just so I can still manipulate this and get the banjo bolt in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my top washer and bottom washer in place and just throw everything down, and then we get ready to torque everything down. All right, so I have everything pretty much in place. We're gonna go start with torquing this down, 9 Newton meters, or a little bit less than 7 foot-pounds, or a little bit less than 80 inch-pounds. I'm gonna just do 80 inch-pounds on those. So I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch torque wrench on there. And then we'll come around with this one, which is 6 Newton meters and then a 90-degree turn. I'll get the conversion for y'all for this one, but let's go ahead and get that one taken care of. All right, so that's torqued down over there. Over here, we're gonna do 6 Newton meters, which is about 4.5 foot-pounds, or close to 53 inch-pounds. And after that, we'll do a 90-degree turn. Okay, my initial torque is done. Now I'm just gonna draw a line and do a 90-degree turn. So this line should match up with the oil line. All right, so everything's done now. I'm just gonna put everything back together and we'll be done. So I'm actually not gonna put everything together, but I mean, y'all know how to do it. So I'm gonna clean all this up and run it and make sure no other leaks. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and more videos to come.